the Shitcase Cinema.
Hello Shitcase Cinema fans, welcome to this new Q&A 2020. So let's not dilly-dally and get straight into it. Have you seen Terratoons? I could come up with a really long-winded, thought-provoking, deep answer, but alas, I'm just going to have to say no. Why doesn't John Groner pick Tash? Well, because it wouldn't suit me, even though you could technically say I've got facial hair there now anyway. And I'm just not as manly as guys who pull it off, like Richard Harrison, Mike Abbott, Tom Atkins, etc, etc. I think I might have had a Tash when I've done little skits or something in the past, but yeah, I'm just not a man's man, unfortunately, to rock a Tash. Ever thought about reviewing a company like Drunken Master? No, but I did review a movie years ago which was a spin-off of Drunken Master called Revenge of Drunken Master, starring none other than Johnny Chan. And guess who directed that masterpiece? Godfrey Ho! If you've not seen my movie review, go check it out, because it's a bona fide classic. Who's your biggest inspiration in movies? Or have you also tried watching Captain Alex? Biggest inspiration is probably for me, John Carpenter. Reading this book at the minute, or rereading it, I've read it before, fantastic. And I've always enjoyed his movies from when I was young, just the mood, the settings, the tone, the music, the stories that he comes up with, and just the general movie making style of his. And also he's kind of got that screw you mentality, he doesn't play by the systems rules of the big studios. So I just have total admiration for the guy. And I've seen him live in concert playing his movie soundtrack songs a few years ago, which was probably one of the best experiences of my entire life, being on the very front row, just staring at John Carpenter playing with a full live band. That was amazing. What else? Captain Alex. I have seen Captain Alex, Uganda's first action film. It was fine, it was funny at times. Tiger Mafia! I think it was very self-aware. I think it knew exactly what it was doing. And I think after I realised that, the novelty kind of wore off. But it's funny though. Interesting question. Jaws. Love Jaws. And I quite happily watch that over and over again. Pretty much any Arnold Schwarzenegger film. I painted that, by the way. Multi-talented, oh yes. Most John Carpenter films I love to watch over and over again. The Usual Suspects, another one that I've watched a hell of a lot of times over the years. And just dumb action films, I think. It's not the best example, but Broken Arrow just came to mind. You know, John Travolta and Christian Slater. That's a good film that I reviewed years ago. Don't know if it's still up on YouTube, but so yeah, they're the kind of films that I like to watch over and over and over. Have you ever been close to completing the editing of a movie review? No, I mean I've watched movies and started taking notes and jotting down bits and bobs, and then maybe got halfway through and just thought, I can't make a review of this, it's not going to work. So I've done that quite a few times over the years. And then also I filmed skits years ago with, say, like Maggot Man, Professor Bruce and whatnot, thinking it was funny, and it had nothing to do with the movie, and then I thought, well, maybe further down the line I could fit it in. But I just could never find a window of opportunity for those, so they just kind of got left on the cutting room floor, so to speak. But yeah, I've never got close to doing a full movie review and left it. Did the Rawhid Rex review get taken down? It did, I don't know why. I think a lot of the bigger movies that I reviewed years ago get taken down for copyright infringement and all this bullshit. But Rawhid Rex, I mean, who the hell's heard of Rawhid Rex? Do you know what I mean? So I don't know where it's gone. It's probably lost forever somewhere. I might have it on an external hard drive somewhere. It's a shame really, because it's one of my favourite reviews that I've done. Big Trouble in Little China is a good one. I've always loved In the Mouth of Madness. It's just an instrumental piece, but it proper rocks and it goes up and down. I think Carpenter scored that, and I might be wrong, but I think Buckethead played guitar on that. I could be wrong, don't hold me to that. Without thinking about it too much, those two really jump out for me. Secret to the channel's longevity. there isn't a secret, basically. I think it's just down to having a loyal fan base with exceptionally low standards. I think luck comes down to it, because I've been doing it since 2008, and here we are coming towards the end of 2020. A lot of perseverance, and just finding a common ground with like-minded people who appreciate, you know, the shit at the bottom of the barrel. So here's to you, loyal Shitcase Cinema fans. Why have you never reviewed classic movies that you really love? I'd love to hear your thoughts on Predator, The Thing, the masterpieces. Funnily enough, now I might be wrong, I'm sure years ago, and I'm talking like in 2008 or 9, I reviewed Predator. I'm sure I did. I definitely did The Thing. I guess it got taken down. It's hard to review good films that I love, because I think you're trying too hard to find faults or to force a joke. So it's just so much easier. I mean, the work's pretty much all done if I review a God with Ho Ninja film or something Z-grade Italian horror kind of crap. It's all there for me to just line up the comedy or rip into it. Makes my life a whole lot easier. Can you review a chick flick? No, I have to have my limits. I'm sure you understand. You wouldn't think it, considering some of the absolute atrocities that I've reviewed over the years, but no, sorry. What happens to Professor Bruce, Caveman Wayne and Maggot Man? How are they? Don't really see them much, unfortunately. I still see Maggot Man occasionally and speak to him. It's just life. Just drift apart and go different directions, and it's unfortunate, but they didn't really offer much to the reviews themselves anyway, the skits that they appeared in. That was just goofing about and having a laugh, but after a while I just thought it's getting hard to actually write situations for them to appear, and I just thought I can't be bothered anymore, really. And you know, I do all the work anyway, but what's the point in trying to force a little skit just to have you guys appear? I mean, it would be nice to have them again, but like I say, I don't really speak to them much anymore. It's just life. It's unfortunate, but c'est la vie. Ironically, the day after filming that clip, I met up with Maggot Man for a birthday drink. My birthday, not his, so to me, prost, cheers, salut, nostravia, etc, etc.
I am the man with no name. Actually, I have many names. Different one depending which medium I choose to show up in. But for all you shitcase legends out there, I am the one and only Maggot Man. Otherwise known as the guy who pops up every now and again, the guy who gets the piss taken out of him, and the guy who has crushed Johnny Shitcase's balls on more occasions than I care to remember. And some people have asked, where am I? Well, they were asking where a few of us were, but I think my name popped up in there somewhere. Anyway, we all know what's been going on in the world. Lockdown, baby! And due to that, I do not see Johnny Shitcase that much. I do not see Professor Bruce for various other reasons. And Caveman Wayne, I believe he spawned.
Well, there's more to this one. How is your life, Johnny? It's not too bad, thanks for asking. Do you manage your writing on time on a weekly or daily basis, or do you just do it when you get your inspiration? Actually did a bit of writing today, funnily enough. I just write when I can. I don't force it. It's like my latest book, this anthology called Figures in the Fog. It's available on Amazon on paperback and Kindle download. That took me years to do. So it's a real labour of love. But I enjoy writing, but it's a bit demoralising, you know, when you don't get support or encouragement from family or friends, let alone trying to branch out beyond that. So it can put a lot of people off, but I try to stick with it, and I enjoy writing. I think I've got quite a vivid imagination, so it's something I enjoy. But I just write when life allows it, basically. Some more to this guy's question. Have you been to the cinema lately? I've actually been to the cinema more in the last few months than I have done in previous 10 years, I bet. I've seen... My job allowed me to go. I'm a support worker, so I was supporting an individual who wanted to go to the cinema, something to do. We ended up seeing Tenet 3 times. Doesn't merit 3 viewings, but it's a bit confusing. Saw the new Bill and Ted film, which was good. It was nice seeing Bill and Ted back. It's like seeing old friends again, you know, that you've not seen for years. So it's very kind of... There was a nice nostalgic value to it. It wasn't great, but if you have little to no expectations, you'll have a fun time. Saw the Russell Crowe film Unhinged. Really enjoyed his performance in that. His Mad Hatter Bastard routine. If I'd have written it, I would have changed the ending though. I would have had him come out on top. I think it was a bit predictable, and I was kind of rooting for him, even though he's absolute mad, crazy, twisted psycho. But you know, there you go. I think that's it. I also saw the re-release of Inception, which I forgot how good a film that is. So, yeah. John, you goon! Well, it takes one to know one. If you could make the ultimate shitty movie, which bits of movies you reviewed would you use? Blah 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 blah. Wow, it's a good question. That could take some time, but without thinking too much, I would say the lead actor, the lead star, would be none other than Neil Breen. Who am I? What am I? I got this t-shirt yesterday for my birthday. Sandra Bullock could be the female lead, or the damsel in distress, because she appeared in Hangmen, and if you've not seen that review, go check it out again. If you have seen it, you'll get the reference of I Get Help. The villain could be Steven Seagal. Godfrey Ho would have to direct it, of course, to make it super shit. And let's throw in a random cameo by that guy from Troll 2 who goes, "Oh my god!" In fact, no, forget that. Arnold Schwarzenegger can just literally pop up for a cameo and go, "Hi!" and then slink away into the shadows, just because. What do you think of Creed? Creed 2, Terminator Dark Fate, Rambo Lost Blood? Alright, Creed was fine. I only showed interest in it because obviously the character of Rocky Balboa was coming back, and it's such an enjoyable and sympathetic character to watch. It was fine. It was pretty decent. It was alright. Creed 2, I didn't see the need for it, but I watched it because of Stallone. I'm a big Stallone fan, and also Dolph Lundgren came back. But again, it was so predictable, the way it panned out, the entire story. You know he's going to lose, and you know he's going to win in the end ultimately. It was kind of a pointless film in a way. What was the other one? Dark Fate. Man, I originally thought it was better than the previous one, Genesis. And I recently rewatched Dark Fate again, and it's got a couple of decent moments. And I don't want to go off on a tangent and just why I don't like it. It's very watered down. There's not enough Arnold Schwarzenegger. Let's just leave it at that, okay? And Rambo, I quite like Rambo. I'm a big Stallone fan, like I just said. I like the Rambo films. Do I agree with what all the critics were saying it's just a racist piece of shit? No, I do not. It wasn't racist in the slightest. I don't know where they come up with this conclusion from. Bit gratuitously violent towards the end, where it's ripping out someone's heart. Apart from that, I had a blast with it, and love Rambo. I kind of stick to what I know now, mostly, and revisit those classics, and you know, even stuff before I was born as well. It's rare, you know. I mean, I'm making no secret that like horror is one of my favourite genres. I don't watch new horror films. I can't remember the last time I watched a new horror film. And if I do watch a horror, I'll just slap on an old DVD or something of the 70s or the 80s, the 90s or whatever. You know, the overall tone of modern films, no matter the genre, doesn't agree with me. I don't like how things are watered down or things are forced down your neck. it's like they almost have a hidden agenda in a lot of things nowadays. It's the same with anything. I'm not going to go off on a tangent, but modern cinema for me, unfortunately, just doesn't appeal to me, I'm afraid. Would you ever try to reach out to some of the actors from the Z grade movies? I have done. I've had the King from Kingdom of Gladiators appear in a video. If you've never seen that film, don't bother, just watch my review instead. Mark Overholt, aka Mr. Campbell 2, he appeared in a video or two, I think, Star Crash review, because he recommended me to review that. He's a nice guy, Mark Overholt.
Shitcase Cinema, you're reviewing Star Crash. Thank you. This proves that there are worse movies out there than the ones I've been in. This is proof.
What's the other part? Interview with ninjas. Some years ago, I interviewed Mike Abbott, the ultimate ninja, so you can't really beat that, can you? He phoned me up from Hong Kong one day. It was a bad line, so on the video I actually typed out all the writing of the conversation, which took ages. So if you've never seen that video, check it out, 'cause there's some good answers that he gives, some interesting anecdotes about being the ultimate ninja and appearing in a Jackie Chan film and stuff like this. I think it's just literally called An Interview with the Ultimate Ninja. I might be wrong. That's from about 2013-14, I think I did that. So yeah, it's been nice that these people have been willing to appear in Shitcase videos after I've completely shredded them to bits. But it is all tongue-in-cheek. Maybe. Was there ever a Zados 2? No. But I'll tell you what, love, if a Zados 2 ever was made, we wouldn't be here, because I think the world would just exploded or imploded or both somehow. The world just would not have been able to tolerate Zados 2. Zados 1 is just mind-blowing as it is, so. But I'll tell you what, if I manage to sell enough copies of my books and get a few pennies coming my way, then I will fund, yes, I will personally fund the making of Zados 2, and I'll get Sean Connery out of retirement, the lazy bastard. He might be about 90-something years old now, I don't know, but I would still love to see him rocking around it, wearing a red nappy, with a moustache and a ponytail, going, Zados, the gun is good, the penis is evil. I would happily pay good money for that, so buy my books, then we can get it going. Oh, and I hope you're enjoying the retirement show. Alright, that's it for now, guys. I couldn't cram in every question, although some of the questions from fans did kind of cover the same old ground that other people were asking, but I hope it gives you some kind of insight into the madness that goes on within my mind. So, hope you're all keeping safe, and here's to more Shitcase Cinema in the future, so take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon.